How do we know who we're going to become? And how do we know who to select where we're going?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a real question. It's like, I'm 40, right? Just turned 40 here recently. And I'm like, okay, wait, I'm about to be 60.
Right.
So I got to marry me a woman who will also be with me at 60.
Exactly. Correct.
And a woman got to marry a man who'll be with her at 60.
Exactly. Right.
How do we start choosing from that rather than just picking a companion?
So I think what we have to start doing is we got to really be intentional about what the vision of our future life looks like.
Facts.
And really getting crystal clear. One of the things that I love is a quote that says, the greatest nation in the world is your imagination.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And one of the things that I love about that is when we can think about, okay, what do I see myself doing in the future?
That's talking
And
good.
who is the individual that will align with where I'm going? Because where I'm at is very temporary.
Facts.
The present is super temporary.
Facts.
So as soon as we experience the present, it becomes the past.
Yeah.
So we have to literally say, okay, I see myself being a CEO. I see myself being a travel blogger. I see myself do, what are the 5 or 10 things, this as a quick exercise, write down 5 or 10 things you see yourself being in your future, 3 to 5, 10 years from now. And then let's align with partners, purpose partners, as Delatorro Whitfield talks about, purpose partners who are also on that same journey. And I think, so we have to pick for the future and not picking for the now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask this question.
Go ahead.
And it's not a pushback. We just have a real conversation.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need a woman that is on the same journey as me. I need the same woman. I need a woman that's aligned with me.
Correct.
So if I want to be a CEO and she wants to have financial freedom, we're aligned. Right. But it's like when me being a CEO and her being a manager at a store, or her having whatever it is, like a 9-to-5 job. It doesn't necessarily mean for me that we're not aligned. It's I'm being a CEO because I want freedom. This is my calling. And I think when we can find individuals who are aligned with us and they're operating inside of their calling, I'm operating inside of my calling, and then we come together, then we can do it together.
That's right. How can two walk together unless they agree?
Exactly.
But what you just mentioned, Anthony, is something that people don't talk about today. I hardly ever see it on social media. When was the last time you heard people talk about core values? And the alignment of core values. You said freedom is a core value of yours.
Facts.
So if that's a core value, then you need to align with a woman who also believes in freedom as a core value.
Yes, sir.
Financial freedom,
yes,
emotional freedom, locational freedom,
Facts.
Legacy freedom, the occupational freedom, spiritual freedom. If that's a core value, so for one of my core values is passion. Everything I do with a sense of passion. If I can't do it with passion, I don't want to do it. So what I've learned is, okay, I need to align with a woman that's passionate.
Yes, sir.
If she's not passionate, I'm an innate nurturer, bro. I'm an innate nurturer like it's blinking. So I have to align with a woman who's an innate nurturer. And see, bro, we've been lied to our entire lives, Anthony. We were taught that opposites attract. This is the first time I've ever said this publicly, but bro, I'm telling you, this is gonna go down in podcast history. Check it out, champ. I disagree with that.
I totally disagree with it.
I think opposites attract, but opposites do not maintain. Good God, have mercy. Opposites attract, but they sustain and they do not maintain.
They don't.
Here's why.
And they can't go.
They can't. If you're a spender, and I'm a saver, yeah, we might attract in the beginning. It's like, it's cool, it's neat. Okay, cool, you spend my money, it's fun, we do it. But 2 years into that, your empire's gone. Because you attracted the opposite. Right. And so we've been taught all these romantic phrases about love and relationships that's really not true. Right. Opposites don't attract. No. You really, here's what I firmly believe. Every one of us, Anthony, we about to go there now.
Because people are like, I'm a saver, my husband's a spender. Yeah, but then y'all have a budget problem.
That part, massive.
But y'all don't have nothing saved for your children.
And you have a core value problem.
Yes, sir.
Because those core values aren't the same.
Yes, sir.
If I'm an innate nurturer, I want a woman who is an innate nurturer. And what we have to stop doing is trying to change people. What happens is we get in these relationships and then they show their representative for the first 3 to 6 months. And then because that's not who they innately are, they go back to who they are. But by that time, intimacy is involved, money, time, experience is involved, and now you're whipped. Women get whipped, men get whipped, and now you're addicted to the relationship, even though it's toxic. That's why people prefer known hell rather than unknown heaven. I'm gonna say that again slower. Most people, Anthony, prefer known hell rather than unknown heaven.
What's going on, fam? I want to thank my friends over at BetterHelp for sponsoring today's show. And again, my name is Anthony ONeal here. And today I want to chat about something that hits a little bit different, especially during today's day and time. You know, when I reflect on the relationships in my life that I'm most proud of, it strikes me how much effort it took to actually cultivate them. It's a common myth that relationships should be effortless to be meaningful. In reality, the strongest connections are often those we work hardest to fortify. While I've been on my own personal journey of personal growth, I've come to understand the immense value of having support along the way. It's not just about overcoming significant hurdles. It's also about learning to navigate everyday challenges, setting healthy boundaries, and striving to become the best version of yourself. And this is why I'm a huge fan of therapy. If you're considering therapy, I encourage you to check out my friends over at BetterHelp. Their service is entirely online, offering the convenience and flexibility to fit therapy into your life, not the other way around. And a simple questionnaire, you'll be matched with a licensed therapist suited to your personal needs. And if for any reason you feel your therapist isn't a perfect fit, you can switch at any time at no extra cost at all to you. So listen, before we get to today's show, take the next step towards strengthening your relationships with yourself. Visit betterhelp.com/AO and get 10% off your very first month. Remember, that's betterhelp.com/AO. Become your own soulmate, whether you're actively looking for one or not. All right, let's grow together. Some people will call their known hell their known heaven.
They'll call that their normal.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
and
what?
their unknown heaven is their unknown hell.
Come on.
Because it's like wait. That doesn't seem right. That seems toxic. Like wait, why? Whoa. It's like what? Wait a minute. I'm because I'm treating you like a queen.
That's it.
Because I'm opening up the door.
That's right.
Because I had one chick call me toxic and controlling, Dr. McNeal, because I asked her what time was she coming home from the club. I said, well, dog, I just want to make sure you're going to be safe.
That part.
I had a young lady call me toxic and controlling. I talked about this on my show with R.C. Blakes before. Y'all two should get on the show and have a conversation.
Okay.
I told her what my intent was from the very beginning.
Yes.
She told me that was toxic. And so what I'm noticing is that people who are used to the toxic world, that becomes their norm.
That's the norm.
And they're cool with that.
Yes, right.
But then when they meet something healthy,
come on,
a man or a woman with a vision, because it's not just men in this situation. We're finding ladies also in this situation.
All day, right? Twice on Tuesday, champ.
Right. So it's both. So
right.
when they meet the opposite sex or whomever they're dating,
right.
and it's a healthier, not perfect, but a healthier version, that's toxic.
Yeah. Because it's toxic, it's boring, it's not their norm.
And it's oh my God.
There was an old man. There was an old man sitting on a porch. Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
There was an old man sitting on a porch next to an old howling dog. The dog was howling. This lady was jogging one morning, so she hears it. She gets closer to the house. She sees the old man and the dog. She goes past the house. She turns back around. She says, I can't take this anymore. She takes the earbuds out of her ear. She says, sir, I've been jogging for a while and your dog is making this howling noise. Why is your dog making all this howling noise? Man stops rocking in his rocking chair. He says, ma'am, it's easy. He's laying down on a nail. She says, well, good God. She said, sir, well, why didn't the dumb dog just get up and go lay somewhere else? Man takes a straw out of his mouth and says, well, ma'am, it's easy. It must not hurt him bad enough. And most of us, Anthony, have something in our life that's poking us.
Yeah.
Relationally, right?
Yeah.
That toxicity. And it's poking us. And it hurts us bad enough to complain about it.
But it doesn't hurt us.
But it doesn't hurt us bad enough to pick better partners as a result of it.
You know.
And bro, I went through enough hell in dating and relationships, picking poorly.
Yeah.
Because I had not healed.
Yeah.
That after a final situation, I said, I'm done.
Yeah.
I stopped dating for 2 years. I sat on a couch, brother.
Yeah.
And I literally, every week, I went to my therapist and I dealt with issues.
Yeah.
Needing to be needed.
Yep.
abandonment issues, right? I dealt with childhood wounds from my mom and my father. I dealt with the grief of the loss from my mother. My mom passed away 11 years ago. And my first 2 relationships dating relationships after my mom passed were poor choices. But I was choosing from grief. And you're gonna pick poorly when you're choosing from grief, when you haven't healed. And so that's why I'm such a big proponent, man. I'm not a relationship coach, I'm not a dating coach, but I know a little something about healing, brother.